Yes, it's time for the next matchup in the first round of the Ultimate Supermarket Lager Championship. And what a championship it's been so far. Let's have a look at the table for the bit that's just gone. That's the second quarter. And there we can see the second quarter, the beers that are through, and the latest beer to get into the second round was the Staropramen, the Czech brewed Staropramen, available in Lidl, which got past the Hofbrau Original, which both beers were nice, but the Staropramen was better. I enjoyed the Staropramen immensely. It was really good. And let's have a little quick look at the third quarter of the table. So the third quarter of the table looks like this. As we can see, we've got the M&S Czech brewed Pilsner against the Jupiler in that first matchup, which is the one we're going to be doing today. And I just have a little look at the other matchups that are going to be coming up in the next matchups. Anyway, let's introduce the beers for this particular matchup. So here we have we've got the M&S Czech Pilsner. Which is brewed by Bohemia Region. M&S, they don't brew their own beers. They basically have them brewed by a different brewery, and it says on the front which one it is. This is the Bohemia Region brewery. I'm not sure if you can get Bohemia Region Pilsner in the supermarkets, but that's basically what this is. So we will see how it does. And this one here is the Jupiler Belgian Pils, which I've not had for many a year. I think the last time I had this was when I was in Bruges. Which would have been a good at least 10 years ago, if not more. So there we go. What can we say about these? This one's 5.2% ABV. The Czech brewed Pilsner is 5% ABV, so they are very close. One's Belgian, one's Czech. Well, what more can I say? I'm not going to say much more. Just going to get them poured out into glasses. I cannot wait to taste these two. So I will see you all in a minute. Okay, beers poured. And once again, quite modest heads on the beers here. Again, this one a little bit less of a head. I think they might need pouring a bit more vigorously. I'll have a word and see if we can get them poured a bit more vigorously next time. But anyway, it doesn't really matter. This one's more of a head than this one. This one looks like it had quite a thinner, well, you know, a denser bubbles, kind of creamier head. This one's got a more fluffy head. Whether that says anything, I don't know. Let's have a look at the colour. Oh, first of all, let's say which one's which, eh? So, for those of you who want to know which one's which, this is which one's which. Okay, that was which one was which. So now, I'm going to look at this one first. So, yeah, so let's have a look at the colours, because this one I think looks a little bit darker than this one, okay? So they are looking, yeah, this one's definitely darker than this one. This one's more of an amber. This one's more of a sort of pale straw coloured, I suppose. Let's get nosing them. There's no point in, you know, wasting time. Let's get nosing these things. Let's see what they smell like. So this one first. So that one smells a bit malty, a bit grassy. A bit of lemon, but also orange. In there. Trying to think what else there is in there. There's something a little bit sharp in the smell. Don't quite know what it is, but I know what it smells like, but I won't say. Smells like another beer, that, but I won't say anything yet until I've smelled the other one. Again, I don't want to think about what these beers are until I've actually said which one I prefer, but it's very hard not to when you know what the pair are. Let's swap them over. Let's have a nose on this one now and see. So that one smells fresher, a bit more floral. Smells a bit more rustic. A little bit of creaminess on the malt. On the malted note, it's got a bit more of biscuitiness in the smell. It's got more interest. Oh yeah, there's something on that. There's something that aroma that I like. I can't quite think what it is. I'm going to nose this one again, just so then I can swap them over when I on the tasting, because usually the second one I nose is the first one I taste, so I'm going to swap it over now. Yeah, that one. Yeah, I'm not sure. There's something a bit weird. It almost smells like an alcohol-free Weizen beer. This one. That kind of weird, kind of what is it like? Almost like malted, kind of like Horlicks. If you're in the UK, you'll know Horlicks or Ovaltine. That kind of smell. It's got a bit of that kind of, yeah. Not a big fan of that in my beers. But yeah, it's got a Horlicksy smell. But again, it's not about the smell, it's about the taste, and the taste is a different beast, isn't it? So let's have a swill. Let's try this one first. Here we go. Cheers. Refreshing. Crisp. None of that Horlicksiness on the taste as yet. But there's not a lot on the taste, really. Yeah, there is a little bit of that malted kind of Horlicksy taste. Nice bit of bitterness coating the tongue, which I like. It's very refreshing. It's very pleasant, I gotta say. But I am having to fish for flavours there. I'm trying to pull the flavours out of it. It's not jumping out of me. Which with some beers it does. Okay, that's that one. I've had a good go on that one. I've got the measure of that one really. It's got bitterness, very light on flavour, and the bitterness is still tingling the sides of my tongue now. So it's there is quite a lot of bitterness to it. Whether it's a bitterness I like, I don't know. It's certainly not a bitterness like the Bitburger Pils had. It's not as pleasant. It's a bit more, and it's lingering a bit too long for my liking. Actually, it's yeah. First taste, not a massive fan. Let's try this one. Cheers. That's immediately crisper. It's got more flavour. Again, that's got more of a bit. That's got a bitterness, but it's a nicer bitterness. It's weird. It's not as. I mean, this is a bit more astringent. The bitterness in this one. This one is a cleaner bitterness. And there, I'm getting biscuitiness there coming through. I'm getting a bit of grassiness coming through. A bit of malt in it. But there's a lovely bitterness just washing over the top there. It's nice. Again, not massively flavourful, but the flavours that are there get a little bit of sweetness, offsetting the bitterness. So it's sweet and it's bitter. It's but not too sweet. It's a little bit of maltiness in the background. There's a lovely biscuitiness on the finish there. It's a really nicely balanced beer. This. It's lovely, refreshing. It's nice and crisp. I'm liking it. I'm really liking that one. This one. It's opening up a bit more. I'm getting more of that kind of malt flavour, which is not a good thing. And the bitterness is really, I'm finding it a little bit offensive, if I'm honest. It doesn't taste right. That doesn't taste right. That tastes absolutely bang on. It's slam dunk. It's this one. What do I think's what? I'm gonna look like a right idiot if I get this wrong. But this one tastes like a Czech Pilsner done badly. The Staropramen was a Czech Pilsner done really well, in my opinion. This tastes like a Czech Pilsner where they just kind of got it all wrong. When I first tasted it, and when I first smelled it, was it smell or the taste? It was somewhere. I think when I first tasted it, I thought, it tastes like almost like a Budvar, but not a very nice bottle of Budvar. This one is very different. This one is a bit more like a German beer. I'm enjoying this. This is nice. Yeah, but not quite like a German beer. Really. It's different this from anything I've had, which is what's leading me to believe that this is a Belgian one. Oh yeah, nice little finish there, a bit like the Sinker. Yeah, loving it. Right, that one's going through. I think that one is the Jupiler, but we'll see when we come back. I'm thinking that's the M&S Pilsner, which Czech Pilsner, yeah, which well, doesn't say much about it if it is. If I've got them the wrong way around, then it's going to be a bit weird this, but we'll see. And we'll find out, and I'm going to come back in a minute. And I'm back. Well, as you can see, obviously, I'm here. So, what can I say? I'm doing all right so far, and I'm still doing all right. This, yeah, it's not good. It's really not good. I didn't want to rubbish it too much in case of the Jupiler, because the Jupiler is considered a very good beer, and by heck, it is a good beer. That is a really nice beer. It's different. Doesn't taste like a Helles. Doesn't taste like a Pilsner. It's just nice. It's really nice, really drinkable. This is going to be a strong one. It really is. Lovely biscuitiness on the finish there. It's all got all the good bits of the Singer, and also the good bits of some of the better Helles beers. This is going to be one to watch. I've not had a Jupiler for a long time. Didn't think it'd be a big hitter. It's going to be a big hitter. This is not good. It just, I mean, it's not that bad, but that bitterness is not nice. That bitterness isn't nice. The Staropramen had a lovely bitterness. This doesn't. It's got a astringent bitterness that kind of really hangs on the tongue, and it just overpowers everything. It's not good. I don't know whether the Bohemia Regent beers are different. I noticed that the Marks and Spencer's Helles beer that they do is brewed by ABK. So I'm thinking, in a future video, which I'll definitely do this, is doing the Marks and Spencer's Helles against the ABK Helles and see if there's any difference. Because I don't know. I mean, I think I've seen Bohemia Regent lagers before. I don't know if they're particularly good. I don't think they're particularly prestige, particularly high quality. But they must be better than this, I would think. But this is why we're doing these ultimate things. At the end of the day, it probably didn't belong in the competition, but I thought I'll stick it in there to create some room for things. The Jupiler is just banging. It's amazing. It's a really nice lager. That one really isn't. There you go. Simple as that. I'm glad I got them the right way round. I'm kind of glad the Jupiler's going through, because that is not good. But at least we gave it a chance. We stuck it in there. It didn't get anywhere, so there's nothing more to it. That's it for today. So, goodbye. You're out. I don't have to drink you again. Thank God. And I'm looking forward to drinking this one again, because it is amazing. And to be honest, I nearly finished the bottle, sticking it in the glass, so I won't have much left. Anyway, until next time, have a good one.